What up, guys? So today is my 12th Spanish lesson, and this lesson is going to be a little bit different. So today's lesson is going to be on the verb ser and verbs that end in AR and how to conjugate them. Now you guys are probably going to be saying, Charlie, what the hell? How the hell do you do that? Well, believe me, it actually took me a while to learn this. But I think I got it down. And you guys are probably gonna be confused at first. But like once you start getting the hang of it, once you start learning it, it's really not gonna be that bad. So anyway, before I get into anything, all I really want to say is, and it's really late at night, so yeah, so some of you guys might be sleeping right now, but just watch it in the morning. So I have a few things that I want to say. Make sure to subscribe down below because I will be posting Spanish lessons every single day. This one just got delayed for some reason, but I'm just posting it now because I know you guys don't want to wait a day for me to post it tomorrow, so that's why I'm posting it now. So yeah, so make sure to subscribe down below today because I will be posting a Spanish lesson every day. And I'm going to say this one last time, and after this, I'm going to stop saying it. For some reason, if you guys don't see a Spanish lesson posted on that day, don't start freaking out. It's just because that I didn't have any ideas to post for that lesson. Like, you know what I mean? All right. I think you guys are probably used to me saying that, so I'm going to stop saying it in my videos because I think it's pretty clear by now that you guys are used to me saying it. Anyway, so conjugating verbs is actually gonna be a pretty useful lesson. So I'm telling you this now. Please pay attention to this lesson and watch the whole thing. I'm talking about watch the whole thing through, because if you miss one part, the Spanish language is going to be super, super hard for you to learn. You need to learn these verbs in order to learn some of the Spanish language, because these verbs are going to be useful for you. You're going to be able to say them in sentences and stuff like that. So I demand you right now to stop whatever you're doing, watch this video the whole way through, and please pay attention to every little detail I'm saying to you. Because if you miss one part, the Spanish language is going to be so hard for you. Because these verbs, trust me, you gotta know and learn these verbs, because these verbs are going to be useful for you in the Spanish language, because you're going to be able to say them in sentences and stuff like that. But don't worry, I mean, if you missed a part, you can obviously go back and rewatch this lesson. So I think this lesson might be a long one, but I'm recording it now. Anyway, so the verb said. Alright, so now let's get into it. Okay, so now the verb said. Okay, so that's SER, by the way. Okay, so said. Alright, so said in English means to be. So pretty much you're basically just taking a sentence and replacing it with something else. So and if you don't know what I mean by that, so basically like, okay, so I'm gonna say a sentence with my name in it, right? Then I'm gonna replace that sentence with something else. So imagine I just say this: Charlie eats, Charlie sleeps, Charlie works out. I wouldn't say my name for all those sentences, you know what I mean? So the word that gets replaced by my name is either one of two things. You can either say él, which means he works out, he eats, he sleeps, or you can say yo, which means I sleep, I work out, I eat. You see what I mean? Now, Okay, so that's just singular. If you want to say they work out, they eat, they sleep. Okay, so all right, so I'm gonna give you another sentence for that. Charlie, Jaden, and my dad work out. Okay, you wouldn't say all three of those in a sentence every single time. So there's two words that can get replaced by that. Okay, so listen up to this. You can either say ellos, which means they, or nosotros, which means we. But listen up. Okay, so Charlie, Jaden, and my dad. Okay, that's gonna be masculine, so you're gonna use ellos. But if it was feminine, you would use ellas. Same thing with the word he. He sleeps. He eats. He works out. For he, you would use él. For she, you would use ella. Same thing with we. You would use nosotros if it's masculine. If it was feminine, you would use nosotras. See what I mean? Okay, so if you want to say I am eating something, you would say yo soy. Yo soy. See what I mean? Okay, so yo soy. Alright, so pretty much all you're doing for the verb said is just making up a sentence. Making up a sentence, and if this sentence has a person's name, all you're pretty much doing is replacing that name with either yo, with either yo soy, so yo soy, which means I am, ellos and ellas, which means they, tú, which means you, nos, tú or usted, if you, okay, so you, alright, so you, alright, so, okay, so, yo soy, él, ella, which means he and she, ellos and ellas, which means they, tú, which means you, or you can also say usted, nosotras, or nosotros, which means we, and son, which means are. So pretty much you're basically taking all those words that I just gave you right there and you're replacing it in that sentence. So you're basically like using one of the words to replace whatever you're going to take out. You know what I mean? So if you guys are still confused, I'm going to pull up a picture for you guys, okay? I'm going to pull up a picture real quick. Then by looking at that picture for a few minutes, then you guys might see what I mean. Alright, I'm going to show you the picture. Here it is. Alright guys, so from this picture, I'm going to let you look at it for a few minutes. Alright, so from this picture, this is like a little bit of a reference. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few minutes. I'm going to give you a few minutes to observe this picture and use it for reference. All right, so I'm going to give you like a few minutes to observe it, and then I'll be back. All right. Alright guys, so from that picture that you just revealed, do you guys kind of get what I'm talking about? If you don't, that's okay. All you really gotta do is just rewatch this video, look at the picture that I showed you, and everything. And then eventually, you'll get it. Alright, so that's pretty much the verb said. Pretty easy, right? I mean, not at first, but once you learn it, it'll be easy, you know? Alright, so now we're gonna learn how to conjugate. We're gonna learn how to conjugate verbs that end in AR. Okay, so keep in mind, any verb that ends in Spanish is either gonna end in IR, ER, or AR. But we're not gonna do IR and ER. We're only gonna focus on AR today. So IR and ER are gonna be saved for another lesson, but we're only gonna focus on AR today. Okay, so AR is very, very different from the verb said. You actually have to conjugate it. You gotta conjugate it. And this one, this is gonna be a little bit tougher to do. But I actually have a picture of this one too that I'm gonna show you guys. But first, before I show you, let me just explain something. Okay, so now listen up very, very closely. You have to pay attention to this. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna use the verb cantar, which means sing in Spanish. Okay, so alright, so the verb cantar, right? Okay, so it has a stem, right? You probably don't believe me, but okay, so think of it as like an individual line between the AR and the verb can't. So you're gonna draw an individual line between AR and can't. So now all you're really gonna do is just pretend like the AR is not even there. Just pretend like it disappeared or something. Okay, so now you're just left with can't. So what you're gonna do with that word is you're gonna take an ending from the words that I just showed you in the previous verb. So for example, you sing is gonna be you're gonna take the O out of yo. Wait, no. Wait, no. So I sing. Okay, so I in Spanish is yo. So you're gonna take the verb out of yo. I mean not the verb. Damn it. You're gonna take the O, like the ending of it, out of there, and you're gonna add it to the word can't. So now it's canto. So now pretty much your new sentence is gonna be yo canto, I sing. Now if you want to do they, it's gonna be AS, so cantas. Ellos cantas, ellas cantas. Okay, so now, alright, so if you wanted to do we, if you wanted to do we, it's gonna be almost. So you're gonna take the word can't and you're gonna put almost at the end of it. So pretty much your new sentence is gonna be nosotros cantamos. If you guys still don't get it, I actually took a picture of this as well, so I'm gonna show you for reference. Alright guys, so this is the picture that I took earlier. Alright, so from this picture, I'm gonna let you guys look at it for a few minutes and see if you can get any reference from it. Okay, so look at the whole thing, alright? A few minutes. Here we go. Alright guys, so from that picture that I just showed you, do you kind of get what I mean now by by like these verbs and everything. If you don't get it, that's okay. Just look at the pictures once again. Pay attention to my instructions, and you might get it. So yeah, guys. So. Oh, one more thing, and one more thing. Now this is gonna be confusing for everybody, but you have to choose the right verb. And if you're wondering, oh, how do I know if I'm choosing the right verb or not? That's the thing. You don't know. You just gotta choose a verb and like try and conjugate it and to see if it's right. So for example, like the verb the verb sleep. Like the verb sleep. Okay, so like earlier before this lesson was recorded, I tried doing that and I realized I couldn't because the verb is not a regular verb. It has to be a regular verb for it to work. Cause even though sleep is an action word, that's what we call an irregular verb. The verb has to be regular for it to be used. Anyways, guys, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. If I left out any detail, I'm so sorry. This lesson was kind of hard to explain, but I think I explained it to the best of my ability. So yeah, guys, so tomorrow is gonna be another Spanish lesson, which I don't know what it's gonna be on yet, but once I think of something, I'll let you guys know. Alright, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hasta la vista, baby. Hasta luego. Buenas noches, which means good night in Spanish. Alright, guys. Buenas noches.